Hey, what's up, guys? It's your resident soccer zombie here, back for another season of St. Louis City SC. This is the CONCACAF Champions Cup. We are playing today. City hosts Houston Dynamo. Of course, this is the first game all season for St. Louis. First game all season for Houston, so I can't really talk about how they did in the past. But first CONCACAF Champions Cup match ever for St. Louis. And looking forward to seeing how they do in this one. Of course, a lot of change for St. Louis this offseason. Bringing in some new names, Chris Durkin, Nicholas Dewar, and Tomas Totland, and Hosei Kijima, who, shout out to Jose, he getting that first team contract today, so congrats go out to him. Houston, on the other hand, they've had an interesting offseason, to say the least. They are without Hector Herrera and Quinones due to injury. They lost Corey Baird in free agency. They are coming in banged up, a little wounded, but can't underestimate them. Even the experts are still saying that this is a mid-table MLS club, so we'll see how it goes today. Looking forward to seeing some of the new faces, and here we go. You know, the funny thing about that sign is that I don't think they changed it from last year, because the last game that St. Louis played was for the MLS Cup in the playoffs. We all know how that went. Now we're going from the MLS Cup to the CONCACAF Champions Cup, so it fits. Of course, evidence from our recent snowfall starting to melt away, and absolutely beautiful day in St. Louis for soccer here. Had 3 inches of snow the other day that took everyone by surprise, but as you can see, just amazing day for soccer. Temperatures about in the mid-50s, as I actually take it back, 60s as I record this. And of course, on a nice day, it is always a good idea to reconnect with friends that you haven't seen for a little while, so we're going to check out the Louligans tailgate and the Bedford Lounge, where the Santos and the CityPark are hanging out. Let's go. Chance in the box, Marcanic finding Klaus's head in the box. just went a little bit wide. Story to follow this year, though, is the battle of left back Marcanic, the incumbent, taking on Nicholas Stewart, the import from overseas. It's going to be an interesting battle. Marcanic getting to start tonight and already showing chemistry with Klaus. So play getting underway after an injured Houston player. But I got to address something here. So I just noticed that sign guy Chris just had his season tickets threatened because he had an Open Cup sign brought to the game. Simple sign, I'll show it, right now. But what are we doing, St. Louis City SC? What are we actually doing here? And Houston strikes right after the injury. Deep ball gets behind the St. Louis defense. Player finds the open attacker. Marcanic loses his man, though. And it's an easy goal for Houston. Nicely set up. Marcanic could have done better. But already 1-0 down to Houston. And keep in mind, we go back to Houston next week. And away goals are important. Away goals actually do count in the CONCACAF. So hopefully they don't give up too many more after this. No goal! Play was ruled offside. Long VAR check on this one. And VAR, we love VAR in St. Louis. Yes, we do. We love VAR. How about you? So 0-0 here at halftime at CityPark, and kind of an affair that I think both teams are getting their sea legs under them just a little bit, especially St. Louis in the final third. They had some promising looks, but just have not been able to really connect. They look a little bit disjointed. But I will say, though, that they are playing well on defense. They're getting in on a lot of interceptions. They are winning a lot of aerial battles, which I like to see. They're letting Houston own possession, which is kind of their game. They're a possession-oriented team, and of course, St. Louis plays best when they're on the counter. So we're seeing vintage, football on display by both teams. Houston again, had the goal waved off. Kind of concerning on defense there by Marcanic, although otherwise Marcanic's looked, I thought, pretty good. But again, that's a race to watch between him and Nicholas Stewart. New guy is Chris Durkin. I'm very impressed by him so far. He looks astounding tonight. Intercepting balls, playing very tight marking, and he just looks really good out there. I like Totland so far. I mean, he plays a really nice through ball, but it hasn't connected all the time, but he's always in the thick of it. He's not shy on contact. He's basically as advertised so far, playing a really good two-way game. We'll see what the second half has in store. Almost some absolute scenes in the 60th minute. Sam Dittering gets the ball in the box. It lines up on the doorstep on Joao Klaus's foot. Good save by the keeper, but man alive, this place was ready to erupt. Feels like a goal's coming soon, boys. And there it is! Tim Parker, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, God. I knew it was coming. I hit the stop record right as the free kick by Vasilev went into the head of Tim Parker. St. Louis is up 1-0. Parker gets one against his former club. Listen to this place. Big Stan with a big chance in the 66th minute. Off the post or crossbar, I couldn't tell. A flag was in the way. Guys looked really dangerous really all game. This team is kicking on all cylinders right now, and the vibes are alive here in CityPark. And all that hype and all that energy just to go down the train because soccer can be a cruel game like that. So Houston player had the ball on the right wing, somehow beats two City defenders. I have no idea how, but he ends up finding 27 on the back post, relatively unchecked. Just a brutal goal to give up because it definitely comes against the front of play, but all got it up here in the Champions Cup. St. Louis got some work to do. Here we go. Here's Lubin. Too far. By the way, it is year 2 here at CityPark, and no one has told these people to sit yet. We still stand for our team, even in the non-standing sections. Nice ovation just now for Hosei Kijima getting his first action in as a St. Louis City SC player. Has got a chance in the box. All right, we're going for a handball again. Let's see what happens here. First things first, Houston players getting a yellow, looks like. Back to the original point here before the free kick. Kijima coming straight from Wake Forest into the off the bench for the first team at St. Louis City SC. Really excited to see what he can do. He was playing in college last year. He was playing in USL 2 last year. Hosei Kijima just put St. Louis City FC up over Houston 2-1 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Cinderella move over. Kijima is coming in on his chariot. And there you have it from CityPark, what looked like a possible draw and some questions going into Houston next week. Hosei Kijima, possibly the smartest man on St. Louis City SC, answers the questions with a epic game-winning goal. Of course, it's aggregate, so next week the City just has to make sure that they don't lose next week. And of course, if they get some away goals, that would help too. But I thought the City SC played a lot better in the second half. Their offense looked engaged. It looked like they were clicking. Big Sam looked great today. Tim Parker was the man of the match, and that was deserved. Put in a real honest, hardworking shift on defense. Got the goal. Who else looked good today? I thought Tottenham looked really good today. He got an 8.0 on Fatmob. Shout out to him. Indy Vasilev playing with a possibly dislocated wrist, it looked like. Got a 8.0 as well. He looked really good before being subbed out. Chris Durkin had a good debut as well. He looks like he could be what we need in that sixth role to spell Blom there for a while. He looked really assertive out there tonight. Azil Jackson looked good tonight. He made me nervous a little bit last year, but tonight he was very assertive. He looked very quick, like he had added a step in this offseason. Of course, that might be the chip on his shoulder after making the U.S. men's national team. So, big win tonight, fun night. It's nice to be back at CityPark. And of course, next week I will be in Houston, and I will be getting you this type of vlog next week. But I want to know if you actually like these type of vlogs, or do you prefer if I sit down in front of a camera and analyze the match like I usually do with Como? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this type of video, if this is something that's up your alley. And please, if you do like it, make sure to like it and subscribe to the Soccer Zombie channel. I'm Tom Franklin, and I'll see you at City Park.